Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. I appreciate in advance your grace as I do this at the bit of the last minute. But I'm so happy to be here. This is my first Email Insider Summit and my first time to Hilton Head. So really enjoying both so far. And my last name is said Podsmith. It took me a while to learn that myself, but for the record, that's how you say it. I'm super happy to be here to share Ulta Beauty's journey in engaging our guests. So with that, let's see here. Great. Okay, so we first want to start by sharing the Ulta Beauty story. 30 years ago, Ulta Beauty set out to break the mold on how beauty was sold, with all things beauty all in one place, and that was driven by insights about how beauty enthusiasts shop. Their makeup bag is a mix of products, right? They shop across the spectrum with items from department stores and less expensive brands found in drugstores. And so today, Ulta has 1,300 locations across the United States with a full assortment of makeup, hair, skin, and fragrance. And some people don't know, we also have a full-service salon in every store. Our leading digital experiences have delivered outpaced growth, doubling e-commerce sales in 2020, and our unique combination of physical and digital experiences are a competitive advantage. Our best-in-class loyalty program has 40 million members and provides us with deep consumer insights and enables share of wallet growth. Finally, we cultivate human connection across our channels with our approachable store associates and compelling content in digital channels. And in partnership with Target, we were just talking about, two powerhouse brands joined forces to disrupt the status quo. Ulta Beauty at Target delivers an elevated beauty experience, captures market share and member growth, and provides emerging and prestige beauty brands a new platform for growth. Launched in the summer of 2021, we now have 352 shop-in-shops and are on track to open 100 more shops this year. Beauty is an incredibly emotional category, a personal category, and it plays a really important role in our guests' lives. It's not about the superficial anymore. It's more about self-expression, how each individual chooses to present themselves to the world. It's a category that has the power to make someone feel more confident or just have fun. And beauty retailers and brands that can move beyond a transactional relationship to a more emotional human connection with their consumers will play a much more important role in their lives. And this is the mission for us at Ulta Beauty. Our deep customer understanding fuels our competitive advantage and vision for the future. We understand cultural shifts that are shaping beauty through our proprietary Culture Studio. This is a forward-looking insights engine powered by both AI and anthropology, and it investigates the emerging intersections between beauty and culture. We've gone deep into the influence and expectations of the next generation through our Gen Z Matters work, and into customer experience intelligence work. We have a clear understanding of the experiences that drive retailer choice and brand love, which I'll talk a little bit more about, as well as the evolving expectations and needs of our guests. And really cool, we have something that we call a beauty board. It's almost 10,000 beauty enthusiasts that we have conversations with on a weekly basis and have a chance to ask them questions on the fly. So no more sort of surveys and that nature. It's really interactive and lets us put things in front of them kind of on a real-time basis to get feedback as we evolve our work. Through all of that work, we understand the important role that beauty plays in the hearts and minds of our guests. The definition of beauty has evolved from what was once superficial to something more meaningful and personal. We realize that beauty is about self-care. Beauty has become a form of wellness, almost as important as exercise, debate amongst yourselves. And beauty is self-expression. It enables consumers to feel their best and most confident. our focus is this beauty enthusiast. And when we look at beauty buyers, 66% are beauty enthusiasts, about 109 million consumers. And they account for 83% of beauty spend. Whoops, sorry guys, go back. All right, I'm just gonna keep going. The second point on the slide that I skipped on accident is about Gen Z. So we know how important Gen Z is to our current and future success. They are driving change in the world and the marketplace, including beauty. 77% of Gen Z are beauty enthusiasts, and those enthusiasts account for 84% of the Gen Z beauty spend. And these beauty enthusiasts live beauty. You probably know one, you might be one. They find joy in beauty. They love to explore and discover and experiment. It's not a routine that they have to do. It's a meaningful way that they invest in themselves. And beauty is just simply an important part of who they are. To inspire beauty enthusiasts, we have been on our own journey, evolving the brand from a functional place that I talked about of all things beauty all in one place to something that is more personal and more connected to our consumers, where we can use the superpowers of beauty to bring to life the possibilities within each of us. And this is our North Star. Everything that we do at Ulta Beauty attempts to ladder up to that. At Ulta Beauty, we strive to be the heart of the beauty community. We seek to engage beauty lovers in ways that unlock emotion, spur conversation, and ultimately creates that lasting connection. We're so proud of the progress that we've made in creating this connection. We have now 94% brand awareness, which is up from 83% 5 years ago, and have increased top of mind awareness by 10 points over the last 5 years as well. Significant increases there among all age groups and ethnicities, which is so important. And we've hit that 40 million number of active Ultimate Rewards members. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit. And this last stat, I think, is really sort of the foundation of the next portion of this presentation. 95% of our company sales come from our members, and that allows us the data to personalize across our channels. The manifestation of our brand efforts come to light in our latest ad, which I will attempt to play now.
The world of beauty was once for just a few people in a few places. We're leaving that behind because we believe beauty is a powerful collective of dreamers and doers, makers and believers, and endless possibilities. Beauty shows up in unexpected places. Beauty isn't just what we put on. It's what we put out into the world. Beauty is timeless and boundless and ageless and limitless and global and growing. Beauty is here and there and you and me. So until everyone sees beauty for all that it is and all that it can be, we won't stop moving beauty forward. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
This powerful ad reflects our mission, which also comes to life through our Muse platform, both a proclamation and an acronym that stands for Magnify, Uplift, Support, and Empower. It is our action-packed platform to create tangible impact with and for the Black community. And the introduction of our Beauty Of podcast, dedicated to exploration and discovery of all things beauty and the role that it plays in our lives. My personal favorite, our Ultimate Rewards loyalty program is a key strategic differentiator. I'm going to take a risk and ask if we have any Ultimate Rewards members. Yeah, okay, good. All right, talk to you later. We really do love this program, and our guests do too. We like to say that Ultimate Rewards is where beauty truly loves you back. Since 2016, we have almost doubled the number of active Ultimate Rewards members, those buying with us within the last 12 months. And while 2020, of course, was difficult, we're proud of our ability to recover and grow our membership. Today, as I said, we have 40 million members, which is about 15% of the US population. And if you're into stats, like some of the folks I work with, it is more than the population of Canada. So, sorry, Canada. Part of the secret to our success is the simplicity and value of the program. It's free, it's easy to join, no strings attached redemption. We offer 1 point per dollar, super simple, and tiered benefits for the more that you spend. Members enjoy weekly points accelerator offers that we like to call Member Love, and our Diamond and Platinum tier members get even more exclusive perks. We have an Ultimate Rewards credit card that allows cardholders to earn 2 times the points, and all of these rewards are super easy to access and use in our mobile app. I'm going to show you another really fun video.
The more points you get, the more money you get off and benefits. I love it.
The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
So like the biggest thing is I have the Ulta credit card. You do get double points every time you use it.
Do you know how much I love you?
We love to see that genuine excitement from our members, and see the video is awesome. They did a great job putting it together, but to see it in person you can't even describe it. It's super fun. And while the program is how we establish a connection with our guests, the power comes in how we use the data to personalize the experiences for our guests. Let's see if I can get this going here. Okay, sorry. We all know that consumers want personalization. We talked about this a little bit earlier today. 71% expect it, and 76% are frustrated when they don't find it. But done well, personalization does drive results. 78% of consumers recommend the company, 76% are more likely to consider a purchase, and 78% more likely to repurchase. So for us, that's why at Ulta Beauty, we're really focused on personalization as the key to long-term brand love and loyalty. And for us, that really starts in our stores. We have super passionate store associates that guide discovery with our guests and create that human connection. Along with the store experience, we also recognize the importance of personalization across digital platforms, wherever and however our guests are interacting with Ulta Beauty. Beauty is so much about discovery and exploration, and increasingly, digital capabilities can help consumers through new beauty products and guide them through beauty challenges. As consumers increase their use of digital channels, we believe investing in these engaging capabilities that promote discovery is truly a competitive advantage. As I said a bit earlier, the key to personalization is the data that we can collect. With 95% of our sales coming from our loyalty members, we know who's shopping, we know what they're buying, we know what channel they're buying in, and how they're engaging with our loyalty program. And we know if they're engaging in our digital channels like app, site, and email. And I think most important, we're continuing to increase the data signals that we ingest. including non-purchase data, to really enhance our understanding of the customer. Sorry, this all animates at once, but I think you'll get it. Glam Lab is our augmented try-on reality feature there at the most left. It allows customers to experience the fun and trial with the convenience of the mobile app. If you haven't tried this, it's really cool. My daughters like to play with it, but it does serve a purpose. In the middle is the skincare journey, and it helps customers solve their unique skincare challenges. You'll see Augustina, who is our Director of Innovation. She's featured in all of these, but she'll answer a series of questions about her skin, and then a recommendation will be provided, kind of like a map. It's really cool. And then last at the right is Shade Finder, just a fun and easy tool that helps people find the perfect shade and brand of foundation. And of course, these interactive tools allow our customers to explore beauty, but as important for us, it provides us with data we can leverage to enable future experiences. I'm just going to build this because it's intense. Okay, there we go. Thank you. We use all of that rich first-party data to personalize experiences across our channels, like a customized experience on web, an app experience tailored to each member's profile, a push alert at the right time with the right message, an SMS message with time-sensitive reminder, and of course, email. With all of the personalization capabilities that it brings, really remains critical to our guest engagement strategy. We're infusing data-driven capabilities in content and messaging, specifically things like AI-enabled product recommendations, lifecycle customer journeys to nurture new members, encourage high-value members, and win back lapsed members, sending an offer in the right moment to motivate action, and finally, using personalization just to create fun moments and celebrate our guests. Let's start with product recommendations, which are really important in our category because beauty is truly fueled by discovery. We have AI-based algorithms to understand customer purchase patterns and interests that result in product recommendations for our guests. Our product recommendations are used primarily in app, web, and email, and we have a variety of what we call recommendation recipes to tailor the experience in different moments. For example, kind of the first and most obvious, handpicked for you, right? It's a selection based on the customer's purchase history. Pretty straightforward. Similar items for you is a recipe that provides products closely linked to an item in cart or a recent purchase. So for those that get makeup, think of it like a foundation plus a primer. And for those that don't, that's like paint and a primer. So this is really like our complete the look recipe. And another example is new items for you, just that, right? New items that we've brought into our assortment that we think a guest will like based on their prior purchase history. Replenishment triggers are another form of product recommendation, prompted when our algorithm predicts a purchased item is running low or someone's about to run out. We have spent years fine-tuning this replenishment recommendation, truly, and it drives high engagement and response in the email channel, where you'll see we also recommend other adjacent or additional products. And given the time-sensitive nature of replenishing something, we do also communicate this in a push alert, which has also been really effective for us. Now let's turn our focus to the life cycle. With 40 million active members and strong retention, life cycle marketing is really at the core of what we do at Ulta Beauty. And I'll walk through an example of how we use data to personalize the new member welcome experience. So on day one, an email arrives in real time right after a new member signs up, educating them about all of the program benefits. Emails on days 4 and 7 include curated messages about app, credit, salon, or Ulta Beauty at Target, really driven and depending on the data we have for each guest, suggesting what would be the most relevant for them. And then on days 10 and 30, really hitting it hard with offers and products to encourage that second purchase within the first 45 days of membership. Knowing offers drive action, fine-tuning our offer capabilities has really been a focus for us to drive response and preserve margin. They made me say that part. We have a data-driven approach, I'm kidding, to identify when an offer is needed and what offer would be most productive. For our existing customers, we monitor purchase cycle, purchase frequency, spend, and use advanced analytics and modeling. We can detect off-cycle behavior with precision in order to react quickly. Leaning into the email channel, we present our off-cycle customers the right offer in the right moment, along with other engaging content to drive response. Other important in-the-moment triggers are browse and abandon cart, which I'm sure you all have and super familiar with, but this has been effective for us in the email channel for these time-based messages. And then there are the moments that we personalize just for fun, like birthday. See if I can get this animation going. Yeah, there you go. So every day we personalize our app with member tier, their progress, their points value, their offers. But during their birthday month, we highlight their birthday program benefits and have a little bit of fun confetti action too. Tier qualification is another special moment that we personalize in the app. The colors change, the experience shifts when a member reaches their next loyalty tier. And then to round out life cycle, I'll talk a bit about win back. And that, of course, was especially important to fuel our recovery coming out of the pandemic when people took a break from beauty, took a break from retail, just took a break. So to win our customers back then and now, we're really leveraging all of the data that we have to present the right offer in the right channel, including all of our digital channels as well as print. And last but not least, always a fan favorite, not a QC favorite, is our year in review email. So every year we personalize this communication more and more to drive a fun and engaging experience for our members, including how many points they earned in the year, what they redeemed, what that was worth in value, but things also like their personalized beauty persona based on their purchase history, product recommendations to inspire a future purchase, showing them the birthday gift corresponding to their actual birthday month. And then new this past January, we added an interactive quiz just to gather feedback in a fun way and also be able to measure how many were actually engaging with this email, opening it, reading it, or at least scrolling down to the end. So this is always a fun email. I think it's fun for our guests. We see a lot of buzz on social. So everyone really likes this one, but it is transparently a lot of work. So by leveraging rich first-party data and capabilities, we are on a journey towards personalizing experiences and key moments across touch points, and are committed to continuous learning and evolution. Morgan talked about it in the intro, which was so generous, but we do try to test and learn with all that we do, and really try to drive those against our key KPIs. So that's really part of what we do at Ulta Beauty. And then just to wrap, I want to leave you with a few key takeaways. And first, the brand proposition is our North Star, and ensuring consistency and delivery on that promise to the guest. A second, focus on creating brand love, and that emotional bond will build the long-term loyalty. And third, we talked about using the program to establish a relationship with guests, understand who they are and what they buy and how they engage. But last and probably most important, leverage that data that you collect to power personalization that drives the connection, engagement, and customer retention. So thank you all for your time this morning. I appreciate your flexibility.
Jill, that was awesome. Thank you
You're
so
very
much. Want to open it up to questions.
Keep them easy,
All right,
guys.
we got one in the back, so Barbie's helping me here.
Actually, when you guys give me green, my man. As we ask questions over the next couple of days, please make sure you say who you are and what company you're from. Thank you.
Hi, Karen Zimmer from REI. Thanks for the presentation. I had a question about your welcome series. And looking at the creative on the screen, it looked like you had some different offers throughout the series. Can you talk a little bit about your offer strategy and if that's dynamic based on customer, or if you're hitting them with different offers that have are driving urgency throughout that 45 days?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. So we have recently changed our offer strategy a bit, but to answer your question specific to Welcome Series, it's sort of like an increasing pressure, right? So we'll start off, of course, with an offer because what we most want to do is get them back for that confirmation purchase. So today, everyone is receiving an offer at the upfront and then increasing as we go on. So what I didn't show, but what continues is kind of a second tranche of contacts in that nurture series. That offer gets richer. And then a third, and that offer gets richer. And we're bringing in things that we know are important to the business and to creating lifetime value, like an offer against BOPUS, for example. So really trying to kind of balance what's best for the guest and most responsive with what we know is going to create a really healthy customer for us over time. Does that answer your question?
Any other questions? I have one.
I have one too.
There you go.
So for the year in review,
Yeah.
you mentioned it's difficult to put that together. So are you able to generate sales from that? If you're allowed to say that.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? There are certainly messages that we send without so much of a sales expectation tied to it. That's not the purpose of that email, but by the nature of who we're sending it to, that super engaged group, it does generate sales. And just kind of to the point, right? It's a tricky email. I think if anybody has a communication that's that personalized, right? The data selection and the quality control, people kind of love and hate that assignment because it's so high profile and it's so fun, but I think it is a labor of love, truly.
I love that email. So yeah. And then another one. I saw an influencer recently post, not for Ulta, but for like other companies. Oh, if you leave stuff in the cart, they'll send you an offer. So I think that's going viral. So how do you know that your customers aren't like trying to game the system and get more offers from you?
I think we've all done that, right? I think retailers you shop that if you play that game, you will get an offer. For us right now, abandoned cart is not something that we offer against, but I think that is something that it's an ongoing push-pull discussion, right? Could you close better with an offer? Of course. But are you, I joked about margin, it's truly a thing. Are you giving up margin for a sale you would have gotten anyway? So that's kind of the balance. For us right now, we don't have an offer against abandoned cart.
Hi there, this is Anthony from Cordial. In your presentation, you mentioned that 95% of sales come from the loyalty program. I found that stat really fascinating. How do you incentivize new shoppers to your brand to join your program across the various touch points?
Yeah, that's a great question. We don't, just a simple answer, have a join offer per se to say, you get X when you join, a gift or what have you. I think for us, the secret to that stat has truly been our store associates. I think if I had shared this presentation, I don't know, call it 5 years ago, 8 years ago, it would have been really different. So the store associates have leaned into capturing and converting new members, collecting their data at the point of sale. And that is something that we goal our associates on, among other things, of course. So they have really been the fuel to drive that 95% number. And I think probably maybe outside of Ulta don't get that much credit. Inside, we know that they are the driver. Online, I think, is a little bit more challenging in different ways, right? You have to kind of make that experience really smooth. So we don't necessarily have a join offer per se, but online we're trying to make the experience seamless and easy to join and kind of a why not. Whereas in the stores, they're really focused on it and they do a super job.
All right, Jill, I have a question for you. You mentioned your 10,000 people on your beauty
Yeah,
board.
isn't that cool? I can't take any credit for that.
How do you guys facilitate that, and what is the incentive for those participants?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think that there is an incentive. You'll be happy to learn that we invite them by email. But I think people are happy to do it. Now this is not a random sample, right? So that's kind of the caveat there, right? You have 10,000 people that you can contact who want to spend their time providing you their opinions about Ulta Beauty and beauty in general. So these are the friendlies, right? This is a friendly group, but they do give you your opinion, and something that you can leverage on a real-time basis is really just super helpful. As we have questions, we'll show them marketing campaigns or ad campaigns to say, do you like this better? Do you like that better? So it's really an interesting thing that we've had maybe the last couple years.
I'm on. All right, Jill, thank you so much for joining us, and coming twice.